Muggsy Bogues was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and grew up in the Lafayette Court housing projects. His mother was 4 feet 11 inches, and his father stood at 5 feet 5 inches. He had 3 older siblings. Bogues faced many hardships in his youth. At just 5 years old, he was hospitalized after being struck by stray buckshot. He also witnessed a man being beaten to death with a baseball bat, a traumatic experience that stayed with him into adulthood. When he was 12, his father was sentenced to 20 years in prison for armed robbery, and around the same time, his brother Chucky became involved with hard drugs. Despite these challenges, Bogues excelled in multiple sports, including basketball, wrestling, and baseball. While playing basketball on neighborhood courts, he earned the nickname Muggsy after a small yet scrappy character from the Bowery Boys. He initially attended Southern High School but later transferred to Dunbar High School to pursue his interest in healthcare. At Dunbar, he played under coach Bob Wade and was teammates with future NBA players David Wingate, Reggie Williams, and Reggie Lewis. The Dunbar Poets went undefeated in both his junior and senior years and were ranked number 1 in the nation by USA Today. Bogues received several college basketball scholarship offers, ultimately choosing Wake Forest University. As a junior, he averaged 11.3 points, 8.4 assists, and 3.1 steals per game. His senior season saw him improve to 14.8 points, 9.5 assists, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.4 steals per game. He led the ACC in assists and steals, won the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award, and was named Wake Forest's most valuable athlete. His number 14 jersey was later retired, and in 2001, he was inducted into the Wake Forest Sports Hall of Fame. Bogues also played for Team USA in the 1986 FIBA World Championship, leading the team in assists and steals as they won the gold medal. Muggsy Bogues was selected 2nd overall in the 1987 United States Basketball League draft by the Rhode Island Gulls. He quickly became a fan favorite, helping the Gulls lead the league in attendance. In his only USBL season, he averaged 22.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, leading the league in minutes before an ankle injury ended his season. Later that year, Bogues was drafted 12th overall in the 1987 NBA draft by the Washington Bullets, joining a star-studded class that included David Robinson, Reggie Miller, Scottie Pippen, and Kevin Johnson. He made his NBA debut on November 6, 1987, against the Atlanta Hawks, starting and leading the team in assists. At 5 feet 3 inches, he was the shortest player in NBA history, standing 16.5 inches shorter than the average NBA player. As a rookie, Bogues played alongside 7'7" Manu Ginobili, the tallest player in NBA history at the time. Their height difference of 28 inches made them a media sensation, and they appeared on 3 magazine covers together. Bogues led the Bullets in both steals and assists despite starting only 14 games. However, after a mid-season coaching change, his playing time was reduced. In 1988, Bogues was left unprotected in the NBA expansion draft and was selected by the Charlotte Hornets. He welcomed the fresh start and soon became one of the franchise's most beloved players. Initially, coach Dick Harter used him sparingly, but under new coaches Gene Littles and Alan Bristow, he thrived in Charlotte's up-tempo system. Over the next decade, Bogues became a key figure alongside teammates Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. He helped the Hornets reach the playoffs 3 times, with Charlotte growing into a legitimate contender. Between 1989 and 1995, he consistently ranked among the league's top 10 in assists, finishing no worse than 4th in 5 of those 6 seasons. He also led the NBA in assist-to-turnover ratio in 1992-93 and had his best season in 1993-94, averaging a double-double and ranking 2nd in assists per game. His scoring peaked at 10.8 points per game in 1994-95. In 1995, Bogues underwent arthroscopic knee surgery, which led to multiple setbacks. He played only 6 games in the 1995-96 season and struggled with injuries the following year. By 1997, his relationship with the Hornets had deteriorated. Coach Dave Cowens hinted that he should retire due to his knee problems, and the team signed point guard David Wesley as his likely replacement. Though owner George Shinn assured him he could finish his career in Charlotte, the team later requested a pre-season MRI on his knee. On November 7, 1997, the Hornets traded Bogues and Tony Delk to the Golden State Warriors for B.J. Armstrong. At the time, Bogues was the NBA's all-time leader in assist-to-turnover ratio and the Hornets' franchise leader in assists and steals. His departure ended his ties with the organization, leaving Del Curry as the last original Hornets player. Bogues played 2 seasons with Golden State, leading the team in assists in 1997-98 despite starting in fewer than half of the games. The next season, he was limited to 36 games due to hamstring and knee injuries, as well as a bout with chickenpox. In 1999, he signed with the Toronto Raptors for the veterans minimum, reuniting with Curry. That season, he played 80 games for the first time since 1992-93 but started only 5. On March 3, 2000, at age 35, he tied a career high with 24 points in a win over the Boston Celtics. Recurring knee issues limited him to just 3 games in 2001, marking the end of his career. His final game was on January 27, 2001, against the Chicago Bulls. A month later, he was traded to the New York Knicks as part of a deal for salary cap purposes but never reported to the team. By the end of his playing career, he ranked 12th all-time in assists and 13th in assists per game in NBA history. In August 2001, the Dallas Mavericks acquired him in a 3-team trade, but he announced that he would step away from basketball to care for his mother, who was battling cancer. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban opted to waive him while guaranteeing the remainder of his contract, ensuring he was fully paid. Following his mother's passing in 2002, Bogues expressed interest in returning to the NBA, though he never officially played again. Muggsy Bogues released his autobiography, In the Land of Giants, in 1994, detailing his journey from inner-city Baltimore to NBA stardom. After retiring from basketball, he ventured into real estate before being named head coach of the Charlotte Sting in the WNBA on August 3, 2005, despite lacking coaching experience. He led the team to a 14-30 record before it folded in January 2007. In 2011, Bogues became the head coach of the United Faith Christian Academy boys basketball team in Charlotte, North Carolina, after previously serving as an assistant. Under his leadership, the school produced 6 All-State players in 3 seasons. Though offered a contract extension, he stepped down in 2014 to explore other opportunities. Later that year, on March 18, he was named the Charlotte Hornets ambassador, playing a key role in the team's rebranding. In 2018, he invested in Ash & Erie, a clothing company catering to shorter men, after watching Shark Tank and connecting with investor Mark Cuban. In January 2020, Bogues was inducted into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. Bogues also established the Muggsy Bogues Family Foundation, a 501(c)(3) nonprofit focused on providing scholarships for vocational students and supporting at-risk families with basic necessities, aiming to foster stability and growth in communities. Bogues met his wife, Kim, in 1984 at a Dunbar High School alumni game. They had a daughter, Brittany, in 1987, married in 1989, and had a son, Ty, in 1991. He also had a daughter, Taisha, from a previous relationship at age 17. Bogues and Kim separated in 1995 and divorced in 1997, with Kim retaining custody of their children. In 2003, Bogues began dating Sharon Smith, whom he met at Del Curry's retirement party. Their relationship lasted 5 years until Smith's passing from breast cancer in July 2008. In 2015, Bogues remarried Kim. On June 21, 1991, Bogues and Hornets teammate Del Curry participated in a minor league baseball game for the Gastonia Rangers in a publicity stunt arranged by team owner George Shinn. Playing second base, Bogues went hitless in his 2 at-bats before the game was cut short due to rain. Bogues faced personal hardships, including the loss of his father to pneumonia in 1993. His father had struggled with drug addiction and spent time in prison. In 1995, while recovering from knee surgery, Bogues moved his older brother, Chucky, into his home to help him overcome drug addiction. By February 2019, Chucky had remained clean for 23 years. Despite leaving Wake Forest University in 1987, 19 credits short of a degree, Bogues returned in 1996 and completed his Bachelor of Arts in Speech Communications through summer courses and correspondence, graduating in May 1998. His sister, Sharon, worked for the Baltimore Department of Recreation and Parks for 32 years before passing away from cancer at age 55 in 2015. In recognition of her service, Baltimore Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake declared June 27 Sharon Bogues Day. Bogues' grandson, Samantine, gained media attention as a talented young basketball player and received his first college scholarship offer in 2020 while still a high school freshman. Bogues appeared in the 1996 film Space Jam as one of 5 NBA players whose basketball abilities were stolen by the Monstars. He also had a cameo in Joanna Man and appeared in Eddie, starring Whoopi Goldberg. On television, he guest-starred in Curb Your Enthusiasm, playing himself in a comedic restroom scene with Larry David and Richard Lewis. He also appeared on Saturday Night Live with Charles Barkley as host and Nirvana as the musical guest. Other TV appearances include Hang Time, where he spoke against steroids, and Royal Pains in the episode Rebound. He was also interviewed for the 30 for 30 documentary Baltimore Boys, which covered the legendary Dunbar Poets high school basketball team. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video on Muggsy Bogues and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you more incredible stories from the world of basketball and beyond. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.